What's cracking, soldiers? Chandler here in Mikasa. Gonna be making true today on my promise of delivering more diet and nutrition advice to all you out there. Last year, I'll be the first to tell you I did not give you enough of it, and thank you all for calling me out on it. I should have been giving you more nutrition, diet advice, because I always tell people the results you get from busting your ass in the gym are either going to be maximized or minimized by what you do outside the gym. It's all about recovery, and nutrition is at the forefront of that. So with that, I'm going to show you what's in my fridge right now, take you through at the end of this video of what I've eaten today, and ultimately, like I said, what you see in my fridge and what I'm eating is because of my goals right now. My goals are ultimately, for the time being, to maintain my strength, power output, athleticism, while leaning down a little bit. So with that, I'm going to take you through my fridge, give you a heads up on what I'm eating right now and also why I'm eating it, as well as a couple tips for yourself. So let's get to it. Kick ass, take names. All right, let's check out what we got. I'm at the bottom of my fridge right now. I'll start with the really uber healthy stuff, the vegetables and the fruits. With vegetables, I always make sure, just like with fruits, I have an abundance of color. We got some avocados, some tomatoes, some onions, some carrot chips in there. I'll talk about those later. And some mixed vegetables for like a nice little stir fry. Above that, we've got our fruits. If you're a sweets person, when you're trying to diet down, get used to fruits, man. It's a great way to get your sugar fix. We got some apples. We got some cuties, which are basically seedless California mandarin oranges. We got some berries next to that. Berries, nice to put in your protein shakes after you train. A lot of antioxidants in there, great for recovery. Next to that, some celery stalks. Not only good for snacks, putting some almond butter or peanut butter on there, but also good for cooking as well. Some red grapes. Red grapes are awesome. I like red, a little sweeter. Above that, we've got our meat aisle. I know deli meats aren't the best for you, a little higher in sodium, but ultimately I'm a sandwich whore and I need them to stay sane. So we got some low sodium barbecue chicken breast, and we've got low sodium cracked pepper turkey from Publix. Boar's head, tits. All right, speaking of protein, we got our eggs down here. Every man should have an abundance of eggs, whether you're boiling them, scrambling them, sunny side up, making a frittata, making an omelet, whatever. You need to have some eggs. Everyone should have some eggs. All right, it's a great way to get good quality protein, good quality fats as well. Here we go. Right above that, we got some dairy. We got our yogurt. Now with yogurt, be careful with fat content and also sugar content. This is the Activia Light. Like I mentioned, I'm trying to lean down, and this is a great way to enjoy, something sweet as a snack without feeling too bad about it. It's only got 70 calories per serving. This, as opposed to a Yoplait, one serving has 170 calories. So be smart. Ultimately trying to cut weight, burn the fat. It's amount of calories spent versus calories consumed. So be wary of that. Right next to that is our milk. It's skim milk. Now, whenever you're trying to get jacked, I fully endorse whole milk, but right now it's skim milk for me. And I try to limit that later in the night, try to keep my blood sugar pretty stable. So whenever I'm doing milk, when I'm leaning down, it's all in the morning. Above that, I've got some condiments for sandwiches. This is amazing. I got on this from my boy Julius, Tabasco Chipotle. It's amazing. Tabasco, if you're watching this, hook a brother up, send me a case of that. We got some, I know mayonnaise isn't good, but at least I got the light version. It's a good way to cut the vinegary taste of mustard and give a sandwich some good texture. All right, we got some banana peppers, got some garlic. Garlic is great to cook with. Above that, we have our instant low sugar, brown sugar, and cinnamon oatmeal. I know it's not steel cut oats. I know it's not as good for you, not as high in fiber, but it's delicious, and ultimately it's better than eating Fruit Loops or a bagel with cream cheese and really high sugar jelly. Next to that, we got some cookies. I'm not gonna lie, my sister and my girlfriend love them, and they're homemade at least. Not too terrible for you. It's a good way to reward yourself. You gotta reward yourself, enjoy your life, so it's a good way to do that. Keep it limited if you're trying to lean down though. All right, over here, we have some bread. I mentioned I was a bread whore, and that will never change. At least with what I have though, it is whole grain, whole wheat, and whole oat. You don't want to get just wheat. You got to make sure it's whole in front of that first ingredient. Let's see. Next to that, we got some salsa and some hummus. Hummus, guacamole, and salsa. Great friends to dip heaven when you're leaning down. Carrot chips. Keeps you sane. It's got a good crunch. They're good for you, and ultimately, you know, hummus, salsa, and guacamole, they're really delicious. I would never axe them. Next to that, I have got some man meal. That's right, my sister and I made some vegetable beef stew last night in our crock pot. It was low sodium, lean, and packed with vegetables. Not too many potatoes, so it's gonna be good for trimming down. Above that, we have all my mixers and my vices. Yeah, that's right. I don't drink near as much water as I should, and I probably get more water from my 0-calorie beverages than anything else, but they're good to stock the fridge with, and they keep me sane, so I gotta keep them stocked in the fridge. Next to that, we always have some chopped up avocados, banana peppers, and jalapenos for sandwiches, and behind that, we have what I like to call guacamole in a box. We always have some tomato, avocado, and onion ready to go in case we want to make some fresh guacamole. And above that, we have the hangover shelf. That's right, my very own Butler's Pantry in the refrigerator. We got some Red Bull, sugar-free of course, some Zing Zang and Bloody Mary mix behind that, some sugar-free margarita mix right next to that, some red wine, some tequila, and tequila's best friend, the lime and salt. And luckily, we have some water right next to that in case we have a little bit too much. I tell you what, all I need is to have some Advil and a bed stuffed in there, and I would have a hangover cure right there. Now, I want you to check out what I've got next door in the freezer. I think you're gonna be surprised. It is absolutely empty, minus some chicken breast. That's right, boneless, skinless chicken breast. The only reason I keep that in there is because in case I don't have enough food or forgot to get some good source of lean protein, it's easy to thaw out and cook with some vegetables for a really lean meal. And ultimately, the reason I do that is I like to keep as many fresh foods as I can. Above the fridge, we got all my snacks. I love snacking on fruit, like I said. You can't have enough bananas if you're me. I love bananas, they're delicious to put in smoothies, and ultimately, it's a great snack with a little bit of all-natural peanut butter. These things were sent to Earth from Satan or God, I'm not sure. They're so delicious. A lot of salt in them, I know, bad, but regardless, it keeps me sane, and they're almonds at least. Next to that, we got some more almonds, mixed nuts, and Jif all-natural creamy peanut butter. It's not the best, but and it's not truly all-natural, but it's better than just the regular Jif. And next to that, we have the gift of the gods, honey. That's right, it's the only food that never goes bad. It's delicious. It's the only sugar that will not raise your blood sugar sky high. It's delicious, and I can't get enough of it. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and let's see. What we're gonna do now is pretty much do my dietary intake for today. So enjoy that. Hope you enjoyed the tour, and now let's check out what Mandler has consumed today. 5 a.m. Woke up to the alarm clock without hitting the snooze button. Snooze button's for pussies. Had 2 scoops of whey protein, 1 cup of skim milk, a ripe banana, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, and 1 cup of instant oats. Ready to go kick some ass. 8:45. Have a cup of coffee with a tablespoon of honey, 2 Splendas, and a handful of almonds. Just enough to keep my ass awake. 11:30. After going to IKEA to unfuck what the Swedish fucked up, I come back to Mikasa for a little bit of pre-trained nutrition. I have a small bowl of beef and vegetable stew, followed by a really small half sandwich made with 1 slice of Arnold whole grain bread, 2 slices of chicken breast, a tablespoon of hummus, and a serving of banana peppers. It's delicious. It's fuel for kicking ass in the man cave. 2:30. After a 45-minute to an hour power nap, I kick ass in the man cave, then follow that with 2 scoops of whey protein, 1 scoop of muscle milk, and 1 tablespoon of glutamine. Recovery, recovery, recovery. 6:30. I heat up some leftovers because leftovers are man's best friend. Grilled chicken, mixed vegetables, and a handful of almonds. It's delicious. 11 p.m. Right before I go to bed and start having dreams about how awesome it is being more awesome than those that aren't swole, I'll have my pre-bedtime protein shake. 2 scoops of casein protein, 1 tablespoon of almond butter, 3 Splendas, some ice, a little bit of awesome. It's been a good day. Have a good night, soldiers. Mandler. Out.